playing a part in the Barbados squad bench, so can't see her at the moment.
Barbados away against Singapore. The winner of this game goes through to the playoff for 13th and 14th.
And Piggott was rested the other day, came on in a game for a quarter, but she's carrying a heavily strapped right leg. She'll be really trying to put out a strong performance in this opening 15.
Much better from Singapore. And beautifully finished by Charmaine So.
Yes, just playing down the straight line, playing down one side, real characteristic New Zealand style play, and good strong movement by the shooter from Singapore. So
replay the call, chance for Barbados to get back on an even keel, but that's total misunderstanding between Niles and her front line. Oh gosh, and Singapore's just done exactly the same thing over the other way. Singapore came into this tournament ranked 14th, so they still have the chance of improving their ranking.
Chen at goalkeeper, really trying just to move around the body of Seeley. But that's a great ball through to Piggott from Brown.
A bit of a sloppy start, yes, by both sides. You can't bat the ball twice and then pick it up.
Contact goalkeeper.
Yes, Chen just falling into the body of Seeley. She's got a good strong hold. They play the holding game, this pairing for Barbados in the circle. Good swing of the ball, just trying to split the pairing, particularly Bruce. She's tight. Swing of the ball often draws her away from the shooter.
Look at the job the defenders are doing on Seeley now. She has the ball, but two dropping back. Nice work, Faye Seeley.
Interestingly, all the Singapore centre passes, they've actually gone back. So using the defence through that mid-court area just to support the attack.
Chen tempting fate with the in and out, but it works for her. Singapore level. We've had a few handling errors in these early minutes. And straight away, Barbados win it back.
Good pressure by Lynn, just not able to come out with possession.
You heard that from Nikita Piggott. Come on. Calling everybody to work. Barbados, they've had a... Oh, and that was a foot tangle. That looked dangerous. Going against Hui Fen Chen. Great work, Barbados. Seeley over the top to Piggott.
Good long ball through to Blackman in the mid-court.
Here's that tangle. Hui Fen Chen lost her footing.
Good defence there by Singapore. It's difficult for Seeley just to see over Chen if she just gets the distance and keeps that hold. Oh, great ball. Good vision by Lim, through to So for Singapore.
Talk about straight line play through the middle of the court. So just over 5 minutes gone in this first quarter. 5-3.
Contact centre.
Big difference in shooting accuracy though, you'd have to say.
Barbados. Vonage break. Wing.
Singapore yet to miss. Barbados 56%.
Contact goalkeeper.
Always looking for that shooter to shoot a ball, Pigott. She'll put the ball very low. She'll be conscious of the height of Chen. Probably play that game much more lower on the ground as she looks for the partner in Seeley, the goal shooter. It's good pressure by Rock, the wing defence for Barbados.
Contact. Defence.
Zora Bruce called. She's been good for Barbados during this
Barbados.
cup. Azora Bruce has given a few headaches to shooters in all sorts of teams.
Contact. Goal attack.
Seeley adds another.
Singapore.
Interesting seeing Faye Seeley get the start at goal shooter. Shanika Wharton, their normal shooter, I think, is still out with an injury. She took a very heavy fall a couple of games ago.
Vonage offsides. Vonage contact wing.
Good patient build-up by Singapore. Just trying to put the high ball in, just need to be careful. Niles, she'll start to look for those.
Good support from Kimberly Lim, a wing attack for Singapore. She was there to help keep that ball alive. 7-all, halfway mark, first quarter. This is the thing, isn't it? Doesn't matter in what level of the tournament these games are. When you get the level pegging ones, they are generally pretty even events.
Vonage break. Centre obstruction. Vonage contact wing.
Oh, great take by Blackman. Easy ball for her, she was ready for that, just positioned on the edge, ball side. Singapore just fell into that trap. Good pressure by the Barbados defence. Well-timed movement by Pigott. She's really willing this team on, Pigott. She just wants to see more intensity, but that's a good take by Blackman. That's the defensive pressure that Barbados can put up on the circle edge. And Seeley, good rebound against Chen.
Here's the gap for Barbados, 3-goal advantage, 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. As I mentioned earlier, they've played each other 3 times. The last one, though, a wee while ago, 2007 in Auckland at the World Cup. There was 1 goal in it, 44-43 that day to Barbados. Economical style. Charmaine So.
Chen got the tap on the leg there from So, just to make that move out of that stack. They just pulled the defence in and then the movement out. Can't fault the Singapore shooter pairing. They're really trying to work with each other, split the defence whenever they can.
Singapore. Vantage break wing. Vantage offside.
Huribalan,
Wing defence,
so experienced for Singapore.
Keep obstruction outside. Outside, yeah. Vantage obstruction.
Good pressure, Barbados.
Bruce gets Barbados away once more. Huribalan just got the tip, as she has done. 35 deflections
Barbados.
before today's game, the best in the competition.
We are. Yes.
2 apiece so far in this game.
Vantage
Lynn
contact.
just flying out on that one.
Obstruction.
Blackman finds Seeley really well. It's just the movement around Seeley that often catches the defence. If they can just probably drop off the body a little bit. She props up really well, she's got a strong hold and will roll around the body if there's a tight defence on her.
Vantage obstruction.
And that's the trademark move from Piggott, played in the England Super League. She likes to take the ball on the ground, let the ball roll as she protects it to move closer to goal.
Now 3.5 minutes left in this quarter. Barbados stretched out to a 13-8 lead.
Keeper. Barbados.
Leanne Niles, the skipper at goal defence.
Oh, well kept in by Seeley.
Vantage in correct position.
There's the long arm of
Singapore.
Shaunette Azora Bruce. That was equally lovely from Seeley, finishing it as well. Oh, what a ball from Baizura.
It's good fake of the ball there, just tempting the Barbados defence forwards, opened up that back space. Much better from Singapore.
Baizura is one of 5 Singapore players who were in the side 4 years ago, when of course the tournament was in Singapore. Nikki Lin, So, Chen and Huribalan the others.
Barbados.
So there's a lot of new blood in this Singapore team.
Vantage obstruction. Goal shooter.
Bruce, I think, was changing her mind partway through that pass. Looked awkward, but it got there. That ball simply falling into Li Chen's hands. They look good, Singapore, when they get, you know, a bit of speed up down the court.
Yes, they've just got to keep working this ball when they play the short game,
Keeper.
link with the double play,
Yes.
and really do get themselves positioned on the circle edge. It's much better play. Can't help and credit them for those good principles through the court. Great straight line play.
Charmaine So, 10 from 10. And they've closed this gap, Singapore.
Goal
Now
third.
down to just 3.
Vantage obstruction.
A thing to remember in these games today, and from here on in, extra time is back. So should there be a draw at full time, it is play on.
Just maintaining the court balance. Barbados waiting for that move. Piggott just holding back, just delayed that move. Timed that really well just to receive
Oh, lovely take, Niles. Just appeared to have more desire for that ball than Kimberly Lynn. And how's that by Mickey Lynn?
Burnage offside.
Oh, shame for Singapore.
First miss for So. Oh, by Zura, hits the deck.
Contact.
And that is time. The first quarter is over in this playoff, and a good quarter for Barbados. They lead Singapore at the break, 15-12. So Barbados, well, they got out to a good start, didn't they, Anita? But Singapore, to their credit, they've come back, they've reeled them in a little bit.
A few costly early errors for Singapore, but they did regroup, did maintain the structure and started just to work with each other and just create more opportunities. Playing that short game, straight line play through the mid-court, really helpful to them. But Barbados, far more opportunities for them in this first quarter of this game. Interestingly, Singapore got the better shooting accuracy, just limited attempts at goal, 14 compared to the Barbados 21. Turnovers, a lot of costly early error for both teams. Singapore on 7 turnovers, Barbados 8. But it's Barbados that lead on the intercepts, and that's some quality work from that defensive unit and the work of Latonia Blackman, the centre. But the short game, straight line play as we see there, delivers the ball carefully, safely to So. So Singapore not out of this game. They'll be looking just to regroup, trying to put more pressure on that quality attacking pair of Pigott and Seeley for Barbados. But there she goes. Niles, she'll look for that long ball, particularly on the slow wind-up. But credit to Singapore, they really did start to try and put pressure on. But Pigott will play the short game, she'll cut to ball side, so that would need taping up for the second quarter. But there she goes, the Latonia Blackman trademark intercept, and can deliver so safely through to a teammate afterwards too. Great take by Seeley. She's in this game, she means business. Taking an awful lot from the encouragement of Pigott at goal attack.
Pick you up like the last time just now. So just run your side. I just focus on your side. And you saw it and you see that she's following Fern. Meaning Fern will be coming out as well.
Just be in touch.
Because now we are doing one on the line.
Azora Bruce heads back out on court, ready for the second quarter. Barbados leading Singapore 15-12. Latonia Blackman, she can play just about any position on court. Second quarter underway. Barbados 3 goals ahead over Singapore.
Good structure there, Barbados at the centre pass. Pigott leading this attack, just pulling over and loading the goal attack side, opening up the other side of the court. And the centre pass goes back to Rock at wing defence.
Keeper out of play.
Good work, Seeley.
Singapore.
Keeping that composure against the height of Chen, over the ball on the shot.
Break.
Good defence, Barbados. Wei Fen Chen almost nowhere to go, but they get out of it, Singapore.
Oh, great commitment there. So just committing the defence forwards and then just rolled around through to the post. Fell for that one. Azor Bruce. Good work, Singapore.
Bondage obstruction, defence.
Piggott all over the court. She's really working hard in this attacking unit.
Mickey Lynn almost a pick up there.
Contact. Step. Yes. Goal defence obstruction. Goal defence. Out of play. Both.
So, free shot in the end for Faye Seeley.
Chen just being called on quite a lot of penalties. The goalkeeper for Singapore. She'll be looking just to tidy that up. 8 penalties against her so far. Good response by So. It was a good, strong defensive pressure and line from Barbados, but Singapore worked themselves through patiently with that short ball. Good take by Lin. Singapore getting an opportunity to convert on the Barbados turnover.
Oh, lovely ball in from Kimberly Lin. So chance here for Singapore to cut that lead to 1.
Contact, wing defence.
Strong challenge from Bruce, Rock, I should say.
Throw in Barbados,
Just a
sideline.
lapse in concentration. It's cost Singapore.
Just not recognising the speed of which the defence get in front of the body of the attack for Singapore. Just probably need to work a little bit more off the ball, just keep the width as they move through to that circle edge.
Still no sign of Anna Shepherd on the sideline, the coach of Barbados.
Vantage not behind, wing attack.
I know she was certainly unhappy with the draw at this tournament. And to be fair to Barb, oh, what a beautiful take. Hurabalan through the middle. But unable to make the most of it. But here we go again. Well, at the moment, nobody wants it.
Vantage offside.
Piggott, nowhere to go. Just lucky for Barbados that Lily Chen contacted. So, Nikita Piggott settles things down. 19-15, just over 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Singapore just not managing to outwit the defence on that lead for the ball, that single run. Just need to look at mixing up what they do. Change of direction against some of the stronger, faster Barbados defence would help.
Keeper, contact.
Again, it's another contact call. Chen just really needs to keep her body up, not lean into the body of Seeley.
Goal attack, Singapore.
So Hui Fen Chen has called for the time. Well, there you go. Clipping of the fingernails. Or was it of the bandage that was going on the fingernail? Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes, I don't think at this level you get last-minute clipping of the fingernails, do you? $20 goals to 15. Barbados leads Singapore 5 minutes into the second quarter.
It's good communication there in the Singapore defensive unit, just letting that ball go out. Chance for them just to get one back. It's good mid-court pressure being put on by Barbados. Blackman positioning well. She's ready. She's looking to try and come in and get the intercept again.
Lucky Baizura was there to tidy. Bruce looks a bit tender on that right ankle.
Good work by So, just using Lim on the circle edge. Got a good strong front position there, able to work herself through to post.
Offside, got attack. Contact, wing defense.
Singapore get themselves into good positions, but then are just let down by handling or miscommunication.
Got attack.
It's Blackman that really is strong at the top of the circle. Good work again by Pigott, but Lynn almost there, just caught on the contact, tracked Pigott well.
That's a big bandage on the left knee of Nikita Pigott. She's been around a little bit, Nikita Pigott. Played in the Super League a couple of years ago.
Yeah, she's a key playmaker. She loves to move the ball around, likes to play herself into goal.
Keeper, obstruction. Singapore.
It's Chen that tallies 11 penalties in the goalkeeper role for Singapore. There's not a lot she can do against that stronghold of Seeley. Not getting her feet around, just to move around. She needs to come off the body a little bit.
Nice long ball from Rianne Niles.
Keeper, obstruction, contact.
Kept her body upright there, Chen. Just the contact seemed to come from the knee into the back of Seeley.
The penalties she's drawn have been evenly, well, relatively evenly split. 7 contacts, 5 obstructions.
Garnish, obstruction, wing. Garnish, obstruction, goal attack.
Niles supporting well on the transverse line.
Contact, defence.
That's what Pigott likes to do, just let the ball come in as she protects with her body, keeps the defender out of the way.
Garnish, goal, Barbados.
Barbados with the opportunity to extend this lead even further. 7-goal advantage at the moment.
Ball contact.
And they do so.
Singapore.
Seeley 18 from 21.
Goal attack.
attempts at goal, so she's lifted herself. She's seen far more ball with the work of the attacking unit from Barbados. Some good work by Pigott. And 10-5 in this quarter, sorry, 10-6 to Barbados.
In a nutshell, Anita, Singapore simply need more ball, don't they? They've had 31 attempts, 20 attempts at goal to Barbados' 31.
Just can't seem to work through that line of Blackman and the defensive pressure of Niles and Bruce, just underestimating what those two can do in the defensive unit. They're very quick just to come off the body but come out of the circle, and that's just something Singapore need to be careful of and conscious of as they move the ball through to goal.
Advantage obstruction, wing.
Barbados shooters there just pulling wide, splitting Chen.
Singapore.
Oh, that ball beat everyone.
Lin, she'd made that decision to put the ball into the back space, but the whole of the Singapore unit were actually moving forwards. Just needs to really take stock and just hold that ball in the mid-court, take some sting out of that pass.
Contact wing. Goalkeeper, contact.
Faye Seeley had possession. She puts it down for Pigott to do the honours.
Barbados.
Seeley has shot more, but presumably that would be just in case of the miss, that Seeley would be there for the rebound.
Contact wing. Goal attack.
Lynn waiting for the call just as well it came. And it did.
Good pressure again by the Barbados pairing in the circle. Faster on the transition now, bringing that ball through to Blackman in the mid-court.
Obstruction, wing attack.
Bruce and Niles, they're making things very difficult for the Singapore shooters.
Goal defence. Contact. Contact wing. Outside goal defence. Obstruction. Outside.
Just get a sense the umpire, Teresa Prince, is wanting just to tidy up and try and stop a lot of the whistle around the contacts and the obstructions
Singapore.
in the Barbados attack.
Wing
Oh,
defence.
that's the one earlier from
Singapore.
Nikita Pigott. Must offend.
Just a straight swap.
And now here we go. This is a quick one because they've already had a timeout. And the bibs go here and there. So Heribalan going back to goalkeeper. Yeah, Lily Chen goes to
Contact.
the bench, and Anita, no doubt that's simply because of all the whistles she's attracting.
Yes, just completely struggling there against Seeley.
Contact goalkeeper.
Really need to try something different, Singapore, and just start to come off the body of Seeley, not allow that positional hold that she puts up against a defender. But the obstruction penalties just affecting the flow. Teresa Prince really has sort of seen a lot of the Chen contacts.
So Shiki Ang on at wing defence for Singapore.
Singapore.
And there is Heribalan back at goalkeeper. Difference, probably won't bother her too much. She's got a terrific vertical jump. Bruce again, so good in the air.
Oh, good cover. Zora really did work for that. set up strongly. It's just around the circle edge for Singapore. They're just not seeing the movement of the defence. Good positioning, read that one well.
Contact goalkeeper.
Short again from So. He's just gone off the boil a little bit late in this quarter.
Obstruction. Body jump. Contact. Centre. Time. Body obstruction. Wing. Body drop sides. Wing. Contact. Defect keeper.
It's good work by Pigott, just drawing the defence up to the top of the circle. She looks so well for that back space. She can play herself through to goal with that court craft that she has.
I don't think Blackman will, yeah, she wasn't too worried about getting that centre pass away. She knew time was just about up, and it is at the end of the first half. Very good quarter, 30-19 to Barbados.
The New South Wales Government welcomes you to Sydney Olympic Park for the Netball World Cup, secured for Sydney by Destination New South Wales. ANZ wants you to support your nation during the Netball World Cup and get your game face on to win friendly prizes. Visit netballnation.com for details. Terms and conditions apply.
One netball program aims to use the power of netball to attract new individuals and communities to the sport. One netball keeps the growing and changing Australian community with our great game. To find out more about One Netball,
Barbados in a strong position, 30-19 they lead.
Yes, look at that, the goal attempts, 38 for Barbados compared to 24 of Singapore. Singapore just struggling coming up against the pressure of the Barbados line, but really high penalty count for Singapore, and that was really around the work of the goalkeeper Chen and the defence pair. So some work to do for Singapore. When they can commit the defence forward from Barbados, use that change of direction anywhere on the court, they really can move this ball well. But at the moment, underestimating the speed and the physicality of Barbados and their athletic ability in the air. Some great ball coming through to Seeley. She's been serviced well. She's been the key shooter. But she'll take a lot of confidence from that backline work and the defensive pressure. And some good play, some good links through the court by Blackman at centre. With a little bit more structure around the Barbados shooting circle, the setting of the triangle, they've got the player at the top just to support and help that movement through to goal of Pigott. Very little that Singapore can do at the moment against Seeley. She's enjoying herself out there. She's enjoying the service. Great performance.
And you can see the fans are starting to come in because, of course, there's two huge games following this one, the semi-finals. And those fans, yes, well, they've got, it seems like worms growing out of their heads, but they look superb as the semi-finals are not far away after this game. Barbados leading 30-19.
Here at All Boats Arena at half-time. Barbados face Seeley 21 from 26 and Pigott 9 from 12. And for Singapore's formation, Day 9 is not the day of netball in the 2015 Netball World Cup. Currently Barbados and Singapore. Coming up next, right here at All Boats Arena at 12:10. New Zealand Silver Fern is taking on England. Huge semi-final match. That will be followed at 2:20 in Jamaica. Sunshine Girls in Jamaica take on the Australian Netball Diamonds. Right here at 2:20 for a spot in the gold medal match. Final game here at 4:30, All Boats Arena, Malawi and Wales over at Netball Central, Uganda and South
Half-time here between Barbados and Singapore. Nikita Pigott having time to play with the cameras when will they might. Big advantage here. They're 11 goals up, Barbados, and they look as though they're really enjoying themselves. Good to see. Piggott, she's been to a few World Cups. Ruth Aiken having some last word advice to Charmaine So, her shooter. She won't like the position her side's in at the moment. They simply need more ball, really, don't they?
Yes, just caring for that ball as it moves into the attacking unit, and as it moves into that final third, just being conscious of that movement and flying ability of the defensive pair from Barbados. They're very quick off the mark, Niles and Bruce.
Kizzy Marvel coming onto the court for Barbados at wing defence. She's another player who has been on the world scene for a little while. Her fourth World Cup. Oh, this is great from Barbados. Just adds to the spirit of the whole event. Hirabalan back at goal defence. Singapore away, the beginning of the second half. Barbados in control, 30-19.
Contact. Wing defense. Wing defense contact.
Ang not realising that that contact was actually her contact.
Oh, good recovery.
It's hard for Hirabalan, she was going backwards.
Good vision, saw that ball coming, was really quick just to position in that middle channel. Great work by the Singapore player.
Carnage contact.
Here she goes. And yeah, beautiful foot. Bruce picks up another.
Here's just that final ball around the circle edge on attack for Singapore.
Niles rather, nice view, spotted Smith, or Brown I should say. No, in fact it was Blackman. I'll try them all.
Carnage, incorrect position, wing.
Just mistimed movement there by Lynn. She's obviously got a remit to try and come out and disrupt before that long ball through to Seeley. Important that Singapore just keep the width on the court, try and use the overlap. Lynn just not coming up through to help there.
Centre third.
Good cover, better cover by Lynn, just closing off the Piggott run to ball side. But it's Seeley again with the safe hands for Barbados.
Contact wing.
This is where they always get caught, Singapore, that strong defensive pressure. Marville just strong arms over the ball. There she goes again, Lynn. Just can't time that one. Just leaving Seeley exposed under the post. Good vision by Blackman.
Carnage, break wing.
Well, they've scored 3 goals in the first 2.5 minutes, Barbados.
Contact, goal defense.
Sabrina Smith on wing attack for Barbados. So Smith and Marvel, the two changes on the wings.
Singapore.
Chen just getting caught behind the defence. They could just keep working off the ball, just some prelim movement just to free themselves.
Contact wing.
It's a better swing of the ball to Lim. Again, it's a hand of Blackman, gets the deflection. Barbados in possession.
Barbados.
It's a win for Smith, and putting it out over the sideline. it is again. Yes, Sabrina Smith quickly pulling her hand back.
Offside centre.
Oh, what a shame for Singapore. Baisura has sort of done the big sweep and got the ball away, but offside as she went. So that's only a pass. You can't shoot off that sort of... Well, it's a free pass, not a penalty.
No, no offside.
So same thing again. Yes, that's a misunderstanding by Pickett. And that's the difference. A free pass, you can, is exactly what it says. It's a pass. If it's a penalty, you can pass or shoot.
Contact centre. Inside.
Azora gets the contact call, otherwise it would have been the Barbados throw-in.
The heat of
Goal
Baisura.
defence, forcing. Step.
Singapore on the board. It's taken them 4.5 minutes in this third quarter.
Contact wing defence.
34-20, Barbados lead.
Good link with Blackman through to Seeley. She's making a good run along the baseline, Seeley. Just mixing up a game now, not just electing to hold, but again, it's that rangy defensive line and the work of Niles, the goal defence for Barbados.
Singapore. Wing obstruction.
Just lost the link a little bit, the shooters from Singapore. That's better, one pulling through the top. Just moving to the same space. They really do need to work to split the Barbados defensive pair.
Barbados. Vantage break.
Blackman uses Marvel.
Contact. Goalkeeper. Defend now the court. Goal defence, pass the shot. Sorry, Singapore.
Barbados simply not allowing Singapore to clamber their way back into this game. 15 goals between them. Helped by errors like that from Singapore.
Just struggling to stay with the Barbados attack. Slow to set up the defence now. Singapore just getting caught on that transition through to goal. Some good work and good play by Barbados. Just creating 2-3 options. Barbados just need to be careful when they put that ball into Seeley if she's not got that good body position to receive.
And you could see what Blackman was anticipating Seeley would do. She couldn't or didn't move to it.
This is the point. Look at the line of three.
Contact. Wing.
Blackman, Niles, really working to deny with Marville.
They've been uncompromising in this game, haven't they, Barbados?
Yes.
They've really coped with the speed of ball and closed down a lot of the work of Singapore, particularly early on when they used that short game.
Contact.
And Ang, yeah, she's called time. Marvel, well, she's up and about. She was the one who got sat on. But Ang holding her right ankle. Let's watch this. Oh, and that looks, well, actually, it ended up probably being more awkward for Ang. Here's another angle. Oh, that does look awkward.
Yeah, just a little bit late in there, just caught the body of the Barbados player.
So we're round about the halfway mark of this third quarter. 37-21. Good performance from Barbados so far. And if they do carry on to take this match, they will go into the playoff tomorrow for 13 and 14. That ankle bent in a way that it probably shouldn't have. And the bib is coming off Ang. And I wonder if it will be, and indeed it is, Olivia Flanagan coming on at wing defence.
Wing defence, wing defence.
So Flanagan will straight away come over and stand down for Ang's penalty.
Side, wing defence,
There is Ang. So 37-21. Oh, and straight away Singapore win it back.
Ko taken to the court there for Singapore in the wing attack spot.
Flanagan's been good in the earlier games for Singapore. Perhaps drawn a few penalties. It's certainly been busy.
Offside, centre.
Oh, just went offside. And she made the steal.
Keeper, contact.
Shelby Ko on at wing attack.
Singapore. Vantage break. Obstruction wing.
Just getting the obstruction call.
Contact.
Better work from So. Just moving round, just trying to rotate, pull the defence again. Not hiding behind. But a good rebound again by Barbados. The work of Azor Bruce.
Going Barbados. Sideline. Granted obstruction wing.
Good work, Seeley.
Barbados.
Two defence committed forwards for Singapore there. Good vision by the Barbados attack.
Granted obstruction wing attack.
Good numbers for Faye Seeley today. 27 from 32. 84%.
Singapore. Vantage break wing.
Niles on the stretch, just did enough to disrupt that ball.
Good court craft there by So. Using Ko just to work herself through to post.
Breaking free pass.
So Marvel over the line too early.
Vantage contact wing.
And when they've got these opportunities in the past, Singapore, they've tended to fritter them away. Lucky break for So.
Good hand by Chen. Creeps
So-
in.
This one sticks. She's allowing herself a little bit of a smile.
Offsides.
So just moving out. Trying just to open up that space. She does. Change of direction will commit the defence of Barbados.
Barbados.
Well, that's two in a row for Singapore. They need a few more of those if they're to make this a contest. The question is whether or not Barbados will let them.
Obstruction wing defence.
Easy ball through there. Blackman always looks to post. She always looks forwards. wants to give that first-time ball. Good work, good movement by So. Better play by Singapore.
Barbados! One each break. Wing defence.
It's 10-7 in this quarter in the favour of Barbados. Some quality work by Singapore this last few minutes in attack. Good work, Ribilan just trying to double team there. Two defence marking the shot.
Vantage contact.
Seeley on the hold.
Contact goalkeeper. Goalkeeper, your contact. With the goalkeeper.
Ko, can she get it back in? Oh, they're lucky, Singapore. In the end, it came off the hands of Bruce. Oh, nice bit of room there for an off the post. There's a few players here in Sydney who would take that option. Well, one almost certainly, Mike and Wenda.
Yes, Medhurst did the same last night. Quickly followed by Bell from Wales. Bell just couldn't quite convert, but it was a great reply to the superb shot afterwards of Medhurst. Hers looked great. Some good pressure by Flanagan, who's entered the court for Singapore at wing defence. She's quick through the court, she's supporting in the mid-court area. Certainly speed of ball, that's improved for Singapore on attack. It's just trying to stay in the game and not be called on the contacts and obstructions in this area of the court as Barbados work through. But good hands there by Lynn.
Contact. Vantage offsides.
Shelby Ko eager to get things going again. And, oh, that, yes, it brought it in.
Singapore.
Little nod from Hui Fen Chen. Certainly So has done the lion's share of the scoring for Singapore. 23 from 29, just 5 from 7 for Chen.
Vantage contact defence.
She's doing a lot of work outside that circle.
Vantage break. Wing.
Just trailing by the 1 goal, Singapore in this third quarter. 11-10 in the favour of Barbados.
Oh, nice high ball. So up to the task. Oh, that's the final act of the third quarter. A good one for Singapore. Barbados continue to lead, though, 42 goals to 30. Well, a much better quarter for Singapore. They still trail, but it was 12-11 in that third quarter.
Some great attacking pressure. And Singapore really did just start to perform. They worked the ball around. Flanagan came on, just injected a little bit more pace through the mid-court area in that wing defence spot for Singapore. There she is. She'll be pleased with that performance in that quarter. Definitely supported the attack. And look at shooting accuracy, the goal attempts in particular though, 51 for Barbados compared to 38 for Singapore. And Singapore just shooting at 79%. Penalty count, a little bit better in that quarter, not as many given away in the defensive line of Singapore, 49 compared to the 36 of Barbados. But Blackman, she's been linking well with Seeley. Can't fault the Barbados line. They've continued to mix up the game. They've worked well in attack. They've kept their court balance. And there's a great relationship between Seeley and Nikita Pigott, the goal attack for Barbados. But So just playing herself in there. At times the Singapore attack looked wonderful, just able to see each other, get the right position around the circle edge. But it is just absorbing this pressure of the defensive line from Barbados. Some great work in the defensive line from Niles and Bruce. That was a collision that was costly to Singapore. But Ko just supporting so well, plays herself through, just regains that composure that she maybe lost earlier in the quarter with the pressure of the Barbados defence. Enjoying herself out there.
From a seal. But your stuff through here is really good. So what do you feel?
I think I'll try and hold her first because I'm not invested.
So Ruth Aiken having a bit of a chat there to Shelby Ko. Just 15 minutes remaining in this game, 42-30. Barbados, they have led from the get-go.
Contact wing. Instruction keeper.
And we see the youngster
Keeper.
Shaniqua Thomas enter the court at goal attack for Barbados, replacing Nikita Pigott for the last quarter.
We've had an update on the story with Anna Shepherd, coach of Barbados, simply feeling unwell today. So we wish her well.
Flanagan just supporting on the transverse line. Singapore reset, take that ball through to So. Better start by Singapore.
Not wholly within, 3 pass outside.
Not within the circle there, Blackman, so a chance to convert.
Misunderstanding, and the word is that rule won't be around for too much longer, or at least it will be amended. At the moment you have to have 2 feet wholly within the circle. I think it is being amended that you just have to have 1. Now here's the change for Barbados at goal attack. This is there Shaniqua Thomas coming on with the goal attack bib. Nikita Pigott going to the bench. She's done her job. Here's Thomas.
Sabrina Smith takes the wing attack spot for Barbados for this final quarter.
Advantage offside, advantage obstruction. Advantage contact, keeper.
Seeley finishes it off for Thomas. Thomas, the baby of this team. She's just 17. Shaniqua Thomas.
Advantage break, goal attack.
Imagine at 17 coming to an event like that and pulling off intercepts like that.
Disappointed she missed the first shot, so she put herself out there on defence. She wanted that ball, great commitment. Linking well with Smith.
Advantage obstruction centre. Contact wing. Keeper contact.
Just a great drive towards the ball side there, Shaniqua Thomas.
Contact. Defence.
She moves across to have another attempt.
With the defensive. Defence step.
And the teenagers on the board.
Singapore.
limited options there again. It's the defensive pressure. Ko elected to put the ball back. Very strong around the circle edge, the Barbados defence. They won't overcommit. They put the pressure on as the ball starts to come through. Good play, Blackman.
So Barbados get their reward for some good defence. Seeley running at 83%, 34 from 40.
It's good fast ball from Flanagan again in that mid-court.
Goal defense.
Chen converts.
Vonage break wing. Advantage offside.
He's playing on the front, Chen. Far more movement off the ball, just starts to pull the defence. Not able to sink that shot. And Lynn just commits out again, just leaves Seeley. Smith waiting, ready to give that ball in, sees the free shooter.
Contact keeper. Both players, contact on the ball.
Again, the contact calls creeping in against the Singapore defence.
Singapore.
Good take, good strength in the air there, Shaniqua Thomas.
Contact goalkeeper.
Ko, the bounce into Jen.
So shooting 25 from 31.
Advantage obstruction, going to attack, advantage, contact,
Chen,
attack.
5 from 7.
Keeper.
The winner from this game will go through to play the winner of the game later today between Zambia and Sri Lanka. Conversely, the two losers will meet tomorrow.
Singapore. Advantage break wing. Wing attack. Advantage offside centre. Advantage offside centre. Offside wing defence. Offside. Offside wing defence. Advantage offside wing. Barbados.
Not afraid to take the long shot, so.
Halfway mark, fourth quarter. Barbados 50 over Singapore 34. Barbados really, they came out firing, didn't they? And they haven't let up. 15-12 the first, 15-7 the second, 12-11 the third, and now 9-4 here in the fourth.
Contact centre.
Yes, just a more confident performance from the start for Barbados. Great links through the court, supported well by the quality defence today. That just gives confidence to the team, particularly the attacking unit. And some great work by Nikita Pigott, the goal attack in the first half.
So Singapore too will probably be disappointed with this performance. Talking to Ruth Aiken before the tournament, they'd been perhaps hoping to break into the top 10. That's certainly not going to happen.
Contact win.
A disappointing second quarter for them, losing 15-7. Better performance in the third, just 12-11, just losing by 1 goal. It's just about that consistency, playing at the intensity needed for that full 60 minutes. And for Singapore, they'll be disappointed with their unforced error rate at times and that penalty and obstruction tally against them.
In fact, on reflection, I think it might have been Cal Parata, coach of Scotland, who was aiming for a break into the top 10. Aiken's comments were they simply wanted to improve their ranking. When I think about that, Scotland do have a chance actually of breaking into that top 10, depending on how things play out. Parata and Aiken, two of the sprinkling of New Zealanders leading other teams here in Sydney.
Yeah. Yeah, but what does your keep playing? You can see it. Just keep playing.
I get faster.
Come back and you're ending up at the top all the time. Always remember middle.
Looking good, girls. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Well done. Almost.
Oh, Charmaine So rather, she's been good for Singapore. 28 from 34, they need her. Now, once again, we've got a little problem here. Yes, if the player who's called time has to be involved in the change. So, Yu comes onto the court at shooter. So goes to the bench.
Nikita Pigott just giving some advice to Seeley and Thomas in that break there, just asking them to just come through the top and be patient. Just use the circle, supporting each other.
Here's the other new shooter for Singapore, Pamela Liu. Oh, and she starts well.
Starting that movement off the line, Smith. She's entered the game well for Barbados.
That's a beautiful look down the court here at Sydney Olympic Park. Such a terrific venue. Oh, Zora Bruce, she had eyes on that from the get-go. She picks up Shelby Coe as she goes. It's Coe's contact.
Just much faster in play through the mid-court. A little bit slow and disappointed, Barbados, with their performance in their through-court play. But the last two games have just started to work with a bit more structure, more intensity in that mid-court area.
Nice dodge by Nikki Lynn to get free. What different times for Ruth Aiken. Here she is coaching a game that decides who'll go through to a playoff for 13 and 14 4 years ago. She would have been getting ready for a semi-final against Norma Plummer. Well, no, not against Norma Plummer, actually, not the semi. But you know what I mean. Good to see both those women, Plummer and Aiken, spreading their knowledge around the netball world. And their dance moves, I have to say. I don't know about Aiken, but certainly Norma Plummer, I think one of the stars of this World Cup with her shake it off routine.
She definitely gets the gold medal for that. No other coach has stepped forward yet. Spoke to Jill McIntosh yesterday to see whether she would get out there with the Sunshine Girls, but she quickly refused, given their ability to move and rock, she says.
Well, apparently Plummer is just delighted that she's gone viral.
And Ruth Aiken very much enjoying her work in Singapore, working a lot with the coaches, developing the coaches out there as well, and she's made a great impact on this Singapore side. They show moments of quality play to really strong principals. They'll be disappointed, but I'm sure in the next year we'll see greater development from them, more depth in players coming through.
Well, I understand she's signed on for another year. Two and a half minutes remaining in this match. 55-38, Barbados over Singapore. Off the hands of Bruce.
It's good positioning by Bruce, just couldn't quite get that, but forced the error. Liu out of court.
Yes, you've got to have your feet inside the court on the floor before you pick up that ball. They certainly not quite set up in the right place for that ball. Hurabalan.
It's Lynn just making that move for the long ball. Singapore will be keen just to try and finish on a goal. Oh, good work, Blackman. Not able to get it through. Flanagan picks up for Singapore.
Gone against Niles. I don't think the captain of Barbados will be still worried. She'll be too worried, rather. She'll be pleased with this performance from her side. And away they come again. This will be just the second win for Barbados. Both these sides had wins over Sri Lanka earlier in the week.
It's a great passage of play for Barbados through to the circle edge, just moving the ball around. Some good work by Smith. She's entered the game at wing attack for Barbados. Got herself fully involved in the play. Will be the last chance for Singapore. Not able to get that ball through Flanagan. She looked long. The clock's running down. Good pressure, Singapore defence.
Well, they prevented a final score for Barbados, but Singapore really could do very little against the Beijing Gems today. 56-39 it is in the end. Barbados taking every quarter.